guys, I hope you're good. It's that time of year again. Actually, it's always that time of year. Isn't it cold? Oh, I couldn't do it. It'd be too cold for me. But what's it like in the winter? Don't you get cold in the winter? But what's it like in the winter? It's cold in the winter. Cold. Honest to God, if I had £1 for every time I heard some variation of the "is it cold" question, I could have bought another narrowboat by now. And my response is always no. Why would it be cold? Oh, some variation on that. My favourite response actually is, doesn't it get cold in your house? And always the answer is, well, no, of course not, I've got heating. There you go then. But I have a confession to make. I'm gonna admit something to you that pains me and embarrasses me, but it has to be said. I'm sorry, boat people, but they are colder. For those of you that don't know, a couple of years ago now, I decided that I wanted to invest in property, and also that I wanted to be able to spend time closer to family and friends. So I bought myself a little flat, and I've been spending time doing that up and splitting my time between there and on the boat. And that has given me a really useful insight into the differences between a boat winter and a house winter. I did live in a house my whole life growing up before I moved on to the boat, and obviously I go and visit people during the winter, but everyone's got their own habits, their own preference. Some people like the house really hot, some people like it more on the cold side, so you don't get that direct parallel comparison. For me, splitting my time between the two places, I was able to compare, and I'm sorry, boat people, but they are colder. My rule is, don't put the heating on until my birthday, which is mid-October. I didn't quite make it up to my birthday, and I definitely cracked on the boat before I cracked in the house. So the boat definitely is colder. However, that's not the end of it. A boat is so much easier to keep warm than a house. I've got one heater on board and it warms the whole boat within a few minutes and keeps everything warm. Whereas in a house you have to put the central heating on and warm up loads and loads of rooms that you're not using, and it takes ages to get as warm as on a boat. In fact, I don't think it is even possible to get a house as warm as the boat. If I don't want to put the central heating on, I've got an electric fireplace in the living room, so I can leave that on, sit in there and just warm up the room I'm using, that's fine. But, and there's always a but, condensation in the flat is incredible. People talk about condensation on boats and boats being damp. No way. It's nothing like in a house, from my experience anyway. So really in a house you do have to heat the whole thing up. And I guess that's true on a boat as well, but it's such a smaller space that you don't worry about it so much. But another win for the house over the boat, once I've got everything warmed up and I turn the heating off, the house will retain its heat much longer than a boat. So that'll be to do with the insulation, the construction. But yeah, I find on the boat I need to leave the heating on most, if not all of the time, and that is less so in a house. I'd be really interested to hear from other boaters that split their time between land and water, and whether you think boats are colder than houses. But next time I'm asked the question, is it cold on a boat, I'm gonna have to think about my answer. Yeah, boats can get really cold, but luckily they're very easy to heat, and there is nothing better than being cozy inside and watching all of the winter flow by. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Bye.